Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Today we're diving into optimizing a production chain across multiple lines. First up, we're adjusting the cargo trams to achieve a rate of 400. For the train line, I'm only tweaking the rail infrastructure for now, nothing too major. On the shipping line, I'm swapping out the ships to maximize their efficiency. This isn't as straightforward as it is with trucks, trams, or trains when aiming for a rate of 400. Additionally, on the opposite side of the river, I'm optimizing the truck lines to significantly boost their transport capacity. I know I should probably play it safer, but on the other hand, I really want to keep supplying goods to the cities. Now, explaining this setup is a bit tricky, but hopefully the video will make it easier to understand. Here's the current situation. I have a goods line running alongside the passenger line, which is already delivering goods to certain cities. On the return trip, this line also picks up logs to deliver to a sawmill from where trucks transport them to a tools factory. However, I'm restructuring things to make the line more efficient. Now, instead of carrying logs, the train will take goods on the way out and food on the way back. This way, cities will receive both goods and food. Since the train will no longer deliver logs, I no longer need the forest to transfer station line. And if you noticed earlier, I removed a line that transported raw materials from a farm to a food factory. This is no longer necessary with my new plan. So I'll be selling those trucks and keeping the line, but restructuring it. Now at the station where the train used to drop off logs, it will unload food for 2 cities. This food will then be distributed to the cities via 2 separate truck lines. As if that weren't enough, I'm setting up a second train line that will transport grain from a farm north of La Brede. Previously, trucks handled this transport to the station, but now the train line will carry the grain directly to the food processing plant. On the return trip, this line will pick up coal, which another truck line delivers to the station. This coal will then supply a steel mill that's been struggling due to a lack of resources. I'm also adding a new cargo tram line that will deliver even more grain to the food factory. Plus, there's an additional truck line that will bring food from the factory to a nearby city. Hopefully, I haven't left anything out, and this explanation makes sense. Correction, I realized they're actually trucks, not cargo trams. A small mix-up there. I just wanted to clarify to keep everything accurate.
Never. You're the universe.
I can't say much yet about the first time lapse for today, except that I'm surprised how long it actually takes to hit 20 million in debt. So far today, I've also taken in 38 million in off-the-books funds.
But I just need to move on. I was running from a bad thing when I first met you. This is gonna hurt, but it doesn't make it any less true. I never really loved you. I never really did call you my only.
After adding more trucks to the grain transport line, it's time to reposition the loading port for this line. Unfortunately, it's currently connected to the harbor, causing the coal to be transferred to a different line. This setup means only one line ends up having to handle all the coal from two suppliers, while the other receives nothing. To fix this, I'm going to adjust everything accordingly. truck port at the transfer station will also be expanded, as the capacity of the platforms is not sufficient to handle the number of lines and their goods. Here in the starting city, La Brede, the plastic truck fleet will be strengthened. Additionally, the iron ore line will be shortened because there are too many trucks operating on it. The coal line will also be further strengthened. After the coal truck line has been adjusted, it's time to focus on the train line, which transports goods and food back and forth. Next, a small issue with bus line 01 is fixed, and the line is connected with the stations at a train station. Once that is done, I adjust the trains on the oil line to ensure it reaches a rate of 800. Now comes the cargo tram line, which I previously confused with the truck line. The existing truck line, originally designed just to generate money, will now also transport building materials back, as 2 cities will be supplied with them. Additionally, a new bus line is created, extending across 3 cities. Towards the end, I create another passenger train line to increase passenger traffic. Additionally, more bus lines are established, including another city bus line, as well as a bus line connecting 3 villages' cities, all to boost passenger traffic for the train line. Before we reach the end of the video with the time lapse, there are still some smaller tasks to tackle. On one hand, another moneymaker line is created. On the other, the truck port at the fuel refinery is expanded because the terminal capacities are overloaded here as well. Additionally, while I'm at it, a bypass road is constructed, and the crude oil is delivered to the truck port at the fuel refinery, so that an existing line can also transport it on the return trip, thereby generating more money.